Hi, and welcome to Skip to My Life. In today's episode, I'll show you how to flock your Christmas tree in just 15 minutes. Let's get going. If you love to live an upscale lifestyle on a downsized budget, I am here for you at Skip to My Life. If you have a worn out Christmas tree or a small pencil tree like this one, or just some old garlands or greenery that you'd like to breathe new life into, then flocking is the perfect solution. For flocking, by my method, you will need to purchase some gap and crack foam. Now, this is what you would spray into those little crevices on the outside of your windows to keep the wind from coming in and keep little insects from coming in. And the method I'm going to show you is ultra simple and ultra cheap. You may even have some of that foam in your garage right now. Today I'll be showing you two flocking methods. The first is going to be spraying out some of that foam, mixing it with some white acrylic paint, and also some flecks of glitter or snow. These were purchased at Dollar Tree. And you're gonna come up with a consistency of a very, very sticky paste. These projects, you absolutely have to have some of those rubber kitchen gloves. As you see, the gloves I had on hand were way too flimsy for the project and they just ended up sticking to each other. So don't make my mistake. Get some really nice gloves before you begin. I had my mixture in hand as I went around and fluffed out the branches of that garland, and a very nice large size garland took me 15 minutes this way. So you will need to do this in a well ventilated area, and it also needs to be an area that is not too cold. That putty that you start out with actually will change consistency if it gets too cold. So if you're not able to work outside, choose a well ventilated area like a garage. If you prefer a feathery, lighter style of flocking, then this is the method for you. If you prefer a heavier style of flocking, you're going to want to keep watching for my second method. You may have already noticed a sighting of Franklin, my long-haired dachshund, in the background. He is coming and going throughout this video. And here's a close-up of the finished product. Once I was complete, I did go back through and spray paint just a little bit more white. I wanted a more flocked look, a whiter look, but you certainly don't have to do this step if you're happy with it the way it is. If you're enjoying this video, please click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We have so much fun here at Skip to My Life, and we would love to have you join us. Don't forget to turn the garland over. Don't neglect the underside, because once you hang it, it will be noticeable if one area is lighter than the other. So you do want to give it a 3D look. I'll be demonstrating the second flocking method on my pencil tree, and I was able to do this tree in about 15 minutes. If you have a larger Christmas tree, it will take you slightly longer, but I guarantee you this method is very quick and very fun. I started with the bottom portion of the tree, and I just spread out some of those limbs and kind of planned what kind of look I wanted and how heavy I wanted that flocking to be. Now for this method, I started just with that gap filling putty directly into my hand, and I went ahead and loaded some of those tree branches with it. Now, I had to laugh when I was doing this because if you've ever seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, you may remember the scene where Clark gets in bed after putting up the Christmas tree and his fingers stick to everything. His wife's hair, the magazine, the book, everything. That is exactly how I felt with this gap filling putty. It is extremely sticky. So make sure that you do this in a spot where it's clear of any debris or anything that you would not want ruined. The second method is great for those of us who love a really thick flocking look. It really looks like there is snow that is heavy on the boughs, but we're not finished yet. That gap filling putty does not have a true white color. It is a little bit off-white or beige. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and let it dry completely, and then we'll come back in and spray paint it white. After about 20 minutes, I came back out to test the gap filling putty, and as you can see, the top portion has dried, but it is still pretty squishy in the center. So I would suggest you wait 1 to 2 hours, let this dry completely, and you can see that it's a much firmer consistency. The nice thing about this method is that you do not have to worry about any fallout. Nothing is going to fall from your flocking. For my first project, you notice that I used the really inexpensive white spray paint from Walmart. It's less than $1. But for this tree, I went ahead and used a white primer. It's called 123 Primer, and it's by Zinsser. It has wonderful coverage. So you don't really need even a whole can to cover a tree this size. And I went ahead and worked in sections. If you're wondering what that powdery mixture is I'm sprinkling on all the boughs, I decided to try sprinkling some baking soda just to see if it would give it a little bit more of a realistic look. And I have to tell you, I really didn't think it was worth the effort. It had a lot of fallout, and I wouldn't suggest it. But I did go ahead and try it just for you all to let you know what I thought. Make sure you watch all the way to the end of today's video because I'm going to give you some tips on how to create an adorable buffalo check stand box that will make your tree just next level decor. So you can kind of see the end product of my second method, much chunkier little clumps of snow, and this is the kind of flocking that I personally love. I decided this year to make one of those designer type tree stands for my little pencil tree. I wanted my husband to help me check the math on this so I didn't have to do it more than once, and we measured the height and the width of that stand to make sure that the box covered everything. I purchased 2 pieces of black foam core from Dollar Tree, and I just cut the 4 sides from the foam core and I covered those with the buffalo check wrapping paper. I purchased this wrapping paper at Tuesday morning, but I have seen something very similar at Dollar Tree, so this definitely does not have to be a pricey project. Once I had finished covering the front side in a package style, I went ahead and put another sheet of wrapping paper on the back side, and then I chose to use a piece of white duct tape to tape all 4 sides in the shape of a box. You could stop at this step if you wanted to be able to fold the box down for storage, but just for a little extra stability, I decided to go over those seams with my glue gun and also attach the box to that bottom piece of foam core. I love that I can conceal my extension cord in this cute little box, and I also just think it adds such a fun touch to my Christmas decor. I purchased these pine scented sticks at Dollar Tree. They're a great bargain, and I wanted to show you how I used those. These little sticks are filled with pine scented oil, and they have a teeny little hole. You're gonna have to get out your glasses for that. They come with little wire hangers, and you're supposed to stick that little wire hanger through the tiny hole, and then you can just hang those pine scented sticks somewhere that no one's gonna see them. Well, thanks for coming along on my flocking adventure. Let me know if you plan to flock something this year. And don't forget to subscribe. I would love to get to know you better in this wonderful community we've formed. Until next time, this is Shannon from Skip to My Life. Make it a great day.